Greetings, everybody. Nick here, hanging out in my hotel room in East Brunswick, just New Brunswick. I'm not sure which Brunswick I'm in, but I'm in one of the Brunswicks. Definitely not South Brunswick. I don't think there is a West Brunswick, but there could be. I just know that I'm in a Brunswick, New Jersey, on a day off, a little sick, trying to recover. We're on a break, a one-day break from our shows, playing tomorrow in Sayersville, which is just down the road from East New, one of the Brunswicks. Yes, okay, so that's what's going on. And I figured I'm hanging out today, just chilling in this room, trying to not spread the crud, and just go through the tour vlog and take you through this first batch of shows of the Mr. Big Tour.
Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you very much.
So we started in Nashville, Tennessee at SIR, Studio Instrument Rentals. Now, while it's a gigantic rental facility, you should see the amount of drums and guitars and just anything. Any band comes through Nashville that needs gear to do a concert, you pretty much rent it from SIR. They have everything and then some. Plus these giant rehearsal rooms where lots of famous people get to have played and get to play, and it's just a really cool place to be. The vibe, the musical history there.
Hey, look at there's right there he is. There's Sting, ZZ Top, Tom Petty, Rod Stewart, Willie Nelson, Santana, Keith Richards, Gene Simmons, James Brown, Aerosmith, Paul, Billy Idol. That's our room. Closed session. No smoking.
All right, man. All right, cool. Well, thanks so much, Rip. Appreciate it. All right, see you soon. Bye-bye.
So we spent a couple days there rehearsing and then made our way to Houston, Texas to play at the Rise rooftop. But what I did first that day in Houston, just outside the town, is the ProMark drumstick factory. So I took an Uber out there and I met the gang at ProMark and saw how the magic happens, how they make their sticks. It's a really cool process. You know, I have a signature ProMark drumstick now, and it was really cool to see the process, to see my own stone. Now, every artist and even the typical sticks have their own cutting stone. That's what makes each stick unique, right? It cuts out the taper and the tip of the stick, and I have my own stone right there on the shelf. That's how they make my stick, and I got to see all of these little things, the little nuances that go into the tool that I use each and every day. It was really cool. Thank you, ProMark, for spending your time and letting me come in there and see how everything's done. It was awesome. Then I went right to the venue, the Rise rooftop there in Houston, Texas, a old school rock venue just surrounded by glass. The whole room is glass. So it was pretty loud in there, but it was a rockin' evening. Eddie Trunk, the famous rock journalist, introduced us, and it was a great first way to start off the tour. There was a few technical snafus throughout the show, a little microphone issue here, a little something there, but overall, it was a very energetic and lots of fun. And here's a little teeny snippet from that show.
Baby. You don't mind being on camera, do you?
Well, I am in the witness protection program, so I don't know. You might have ruined it for me, Nick.
Shit.
Thanks. We must make
So what do you call what you're doing right now?
Well, this is the most important thing on this stage, because if Nick's nose is running, he can't
play the intro to Iron Man properly.
This is true.
Yeah, we know how difficult that is.
You think of everything.
Yes, I do. That's why I get paid the Mr. Big Bucks.
Uh-huh.
After Houston, we went on up to Dallas, Texas. Now, this was that period a few weeks back when it was really cold everywhere here in the States. Well, maybe not on the West Coast, but definitely in the middle of the country. The high when I was in Dallas, in my hometown of Fort Wayne, was like 4. And in Dallas, it was only 13 or 14. It was cold in that city. We had a couple days off and everything, but it's a great city. But man, it was cold. We got to play there at the Factory in Deep Ellum. Now, the Factory is a very famous club, big club. It holds 2,000 people, but gosh, a ton of artists have played in that place. Again, all these iconic venues that have just such great history. It's always fun to go into these places and see the band posters all over the wall and who has been in that building and who has stood on those stages. It's a really cool thing. So we had a great crowd in Dallas and just rocked the house and felt really good about our second Texas show. Here's a little bit from that.
What do you think of my drums, Jeff?
Oh, they're
You like them? Think they sound good?
they sound great.
Good.
That's all. That's the truth. Not just saying that.
Not just saying that.
No, they really did. They really sound great.
That's Jeff Mallard, by the way. He takes care of all the guitars and basses and everything and makes sure the shows run. Because without him, Mr. Big doesn't play. And that's the truth.
After Texas, we got out of the cold weather and went down to Key West, Florida. Oh yeah, it was overcast and sort of dreary, but it was still in the 70s and it felt great. I got to wear shorts and, go in the swimming pool at the hotel. It was way better than the 13 degrees in Dallas. Now, the Rock Island Festival there in Key West is a very cool open-air festival right there on the ocean, the ocean breeze going through. And we played at night, so that sort of humid weather dissipated a little bit. And the bands on the evening we played were really cool. Now, I forget who the first band was. I apologize about that. But there was also Winger, and then us, Mr. Big, and then after Mr. Big was Night Ranger. Now, I'm an old-school Rod Morgenstein fan. I've only met the guy once, but he is an awesome drummer, so I stood side stage and watched Rod just lay it down for Winger. He is an awesome musician, and it's really cool to see him play. I also got to take a picture with Kelly Keegi of Night Ranger, a fantastic drummer and one of the rockinest singing drummers out there. He's been doing it a long time. The guy knows how to do it for sure. Let's check a little bit of that out.
What do you say, buddy? Huh? Any good food here? Anything? Pickings look slim. Yeah.
After Key West, we had a few more Florida gigs to do. So we went up to Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and played at the Amaturo Theater, the Broward Center for the Recording Arts. A very nice indoor theater with sort of balconies and sitting areas on the side, plus the seats in the middle. Nice indoor feel. Definitely different than the open air sort of festival setting, but it was cool, more controlled in the sound, all that kind of thing. My family was there. Tiffany, my daughter, and my son-in-law Adam came to the shows. Got to catch up with some old friends too. It's a really fun place to play. Had some great food there in Fort Lauderdale. I dig it down in that area for sure. So here's a little snippet from Fort Lauderdale.
How you doing? English just did not come out of my mouth just then. How you doing, Paul?
I'm doing really fantastically good, more than usual.
Nice. This is a nice room we're playing in tonight, huh? It's a very pretty room.
It looks like a nice room.
Yeah.
And I took the initiative to take a lift to the beach. I put my toes into the water and soaked up a little bit of sun.
Nice.
And Robin Zander's son is our support tonight. And I'm one of the biggest Robin Zander fans, which is why I just played one of my favorite Cheap Trick riffs. The house is rocking with Domestic Problems off the Dream Police record.
Great record.
After Fort Lauderdale, on up to Central Florida to Orlando. Now, this venue was a trip because it's in a strip mall, sort of nondescript, and they were doing a bunch of construction on the inside as well. So the dressing room they gave me and Eric was off to the side, and there was a bunch of other instruments, and they do rehearsals for productions in there, and there was a side room with a bunch of kind of old music gear, a timpani and mallet things and marimbas and cymbals and a gong and all kinds of crazy stuff. And they only had one proper dressing room because the other ones were full of stuff that they were storing around. But what are you going to do? Still a fun place to play. Took some great photos there with Joel Barrios, the amazing photographer that takes care of my website, and he's an awesome rock and roll photographer. He came on up from his home in Miami, shot some great pictures with us, got some great pictures of the gig, and it was just a lot of fun. Great energy in the crowd. Some of those clubs you think aren't going to be good end up being great, and we've had that a few times on this tour. So a couple little snippets from Orlando. Now, the next gig was supposed to be in Clearwater, but it had to be canceled because of the sickness that was going around the tour at that point in time. It was just not going to happen that day. And listen, no band ever wants to cancel a show because a lot of money is involved in canceling a show, right? You bought your tickets, you traveled to the show. There's a lot involved when you have to cancel a gig. It doesn't just affect the band, it affects everybody out there that was coming to the show, that puts on the show, all of those things. So the band was not happy about doing it, for sure. It needed to be done, but it wasn't something we, just kind of willy-nilly threw it away. Oh, we're just not going to play tonight, that kind of thing. It wasn't like that at all. It's a very serious thing when you have to cancel a show. So I know that show has been rescheduled to June 2nd. It is a while off, but it'll be a nice summertime day in Clearwater, Florida. So, go there early, go to the beach, get your sun on, and then come enjoy a great rock concert. And I'm very happy that it has been rescheduled. So that is coming down the pipe. So unfortunately, we had to move on from that. And as you can tell by the way I'm talking right now and the way I feel right now, the sickness that's been going throughout this band and crew is definitely not over. It's such a drag. But after Clearwater, we made our way up to Atlanta, a great city. Got to hang out with drummer Casey Cooper there for a day. He's a great friend of mine and love hanging out with him. And then we played at a place called the Variety Playhouse in a great funky section of town, a really cool, vibey old club. just a lot of fun. Playing in Atlanta is always a good time because it's a very vibrant city, right? A lot of stuff going on there. And we had a great time, and here's a couple little snippets from ATL.
Oh, they just turned the lights on. That was good timing. Nice. What's going on, man? That's me talking. Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Show me a little something. Show me a little something. Give me a little love. Whoa. Oh! Wait, you flip sticks as good as me. I am the worst stick flipper of all time. That looks great.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. Oh, man. There you go. Can you show me how to do that, please?
I cannot reveal my secrets.
Damn.
For a price, though.
Nice. Look at that. You rock.
Then after Atlanta, it was off to Nashville to play one of the most historic venues in the United States, really. I mean, we have a lot of great historic venues in this country. We're spoiled for sure. But the Ryman Auditorium in downtown Nashville is one of the great ones. So many of the world's top artists from way, way, way back when, all the way up to this very day, have stood on that stage and performed. Now, I didn't realize that that venue was almost torn down and was sort of like in disarray for a long time, and they brought it back, thank goodness. But it's really neat to stand on a stage where just the icons of music have stood. Not just country music, the icons of all kinds of styles of music and comedy and theater and just about everything has been at that venue. And it was a blast to be there. It has a church-style setting with the seats, some stained glass on the top, It's all kind. They do tours there every day. So along the back walls are glass cases with guitars and outfits that's different celebrities have worn while they're performing, and all kinds of cool stuff like that. So here's a couple little snippets behind the scenes and of the gig in Nashville.
All right, well, this is my dressing room. And some good pictures in here. Fanny Bryce, Helen Hayes, Gene Autry, Dale Evans and Roy Rogers. Oh, hey, there I am. I'm right there. And then over here you have Marian Anderson, Nelson Eddy, Tallulah, what a name, Tallulah Bankhead. That's an awesome, that is a great name, Tallulah Bankhead. That's like a band name. Katharine Hepburn, W.C. Fields, Ethel Barrymore, and Bob Hope. Sorry, the lights are all shining off the pictures. It's not the best view, but this is my digs at the Ryman Auditorium for this evening's musical affair. Yes.
After Nashville, we went up to Cincinnati and played at a place called Ludlow Garage. And this was one of those places where when you walk into this venue, I've been there once to see a show. As a band, you're looking at it, you're going, wow, this is what we're playing? And then the show ends up being fantastic, which is exactly what happened at Cincinnati. It's a small venue. It's very intimate. But we rocked the house and blew the roof off the place. The crowd was super energetic. The band was on fire. I think it's one of the best shows we've played so far as a band. We were super tight and just having a great old time.
What's going on, everybody? Hey, we're in Cincinnati, Ohio, playing this place called Ludlow Garage, which is, wait, it's right back there somewhere.
After Cincinnati, we made our way up to Warrendale, PA, which is near Pittsburgh, just a suburb of Pittsburgh, and played a funky venue called Jurgles Rhythm Grill. Now, the only reason I call it funky is that it sort of looks like a restaurant on the inside. I mean, it is a restaurant, but it doesn't look like a rock venue necessarily. And again, it was one of those venues where we got on stage as we walked in at the beginning of the day going, this is where we're playing? And again, it was a fantastic, amazing gig. Homecoming for Paul Gilbert because he's from that area. His father came to the show, and they hadn't seen each other in like a year and a half or something. And so that was cool for them. And we tore it up. It was so much fun. A lot of great energy in the room. And, you know, you never know what you're going to get when you go into these places. And we made the best of it and had a fantastic time. So here's a little snippet from that.
All right, well, here we are. Jurgles Rhythm Grill, Warrendale, PA, outside of Pittsburgh. And we just pulled in. It's about 11 in the morning and just getting the feel of the place. That's the stage down there. That's the guys trying to figure out how they're going to put the band on that stage. And the PA might be a little small. It looks small, but they got all kinds of bands that play here. So it must get loud and rocking in this place. And you know what? We're gonna rock the house tonight no matter what. I'll tell you that right now. So here we are. Jurgens? No, Jurgles. I don't have the name in my head quite right yet. Jurgles Rhythm Grill. Rock and roll. Well,
Oh, hey, Nick.
you got a big smile on your face.
I always have a big smile on my face. That's what I'm known for, is my smile. Welcome to Jurgles Rhythm Grill.
Yeah.
We're going to shake, jump, and shout tonight here on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's going to be amazing. Have a look at that. That's like,
Yeah.
it's going to be amazing.
I feel the amazement in the air.
I feel a lot of things.
You ready? It's a price you gotta pay! Thank you.